Welcome to the channel. It's me, Vandal. Hope you have an excellent day. It took me a long time to find these clips. I wound up staying up to like 4 o'clock in the morning to make this video. I know I need to work on my sleep schedule. It's been crazy. It's getting harder and harder to find content thanks to this stupid SOAR AI. It's really hard to tell what's real. I'm pretty good at it, so I do my best to make sure I could find the best clips for everyone. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, a sub, and a comment. Enough of me yapping. Let's get to the videos.
It's like a UFO.
Nah, that's a UFO.
Bro, it's just sitting there.
It's gone, bro!
My body makes me like a shapeshifter. I can squeeze into anything, but no one trusted us. I don't know how to convince the guy that owns the original Maryland dress that I'm a shapeshifter.
Okay, so y'all, tell me I'm not tripping. This looked like a mouse. Like, I know I'm not tripping. Do not go to Aldi's for your meats. Y'all, tell me, I got this from Aldi's. Tell me that's not a mouse.
Looked like one, but it isn't one.
This might be the most haunting piece of art you've never seen. It's called the Round Table. 18 headless straw figures all fighting to claim a single head that rolls across a table they carry on their backs. Whenever one rises to claim it, the table tilts and the head rolls just out of reach, ensuring the struggle never ends. Above them, 3 black birds, symbols of the elite, watch silently as the chaos below plays out forever. What do you think the rolling head represents?
Thank you, Mr. Microwave Man. Sometimes it's nice and it's needed to hear encouraging words, especially how negative the world is nowadays. I know it looks unbelievable, but it's true. I used to live in Arizona, and you go high up, you are definitely above the clouds. You would even see shadows of the clouds, which is crazy. On the mountains, it used to confuse me. Exactly how it looks, actually. Some people have zero survival instincts, I tell you.
So it's kind of him and me. Me is me that was always in this body, and the body's just grown up.
Sure, the guy behind the eyeballs.
Yeah, and then him is that famous guy.
Wow.
What's it like to be you?
Weird, man.
This man invented a device to talk to bees.
Check this out.
With solo cups, some metal, and speaker cups.
It's very simple, but it's effective.
When I put this thing up against my beehive,
listen. They sound like little people.
Have y'all ever heard of anything like this before?
That's so crazy. They sound like people. If you listen closely, they really do sound like the minions from Despicable Me. I've never seen this before, but I thought it was cool, so I thought I'd show y'all. As always, thank you for watching. Stay weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty skeptical that it probably literally is the audio from the minions, like you said.
Psychics used to go on live TV and say things like this. Keep watching.
Oh, yeah.
Father's brother disappeared about 20-something years ago, and the whole family has no idea whether he's alive or dead.
He drowned.
He drowned. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Sylvia, my parents divorced when I was 2 years old, and I don't know my biological father.
You don't want to.
Okay. Not
you
at all.
don't.
Thank you.
This clip is from the Montel Williams show in the 2000s. That's Sylvia Browne, a psychic who told millions of viewers she could see the future, speak to the dead, and even find missing people whilst they were alive. Her one-liners were so shocking that audiences would just accept them as the truth, live on TV. Looking back now, was she a gifted medium, a con artist, or something darker? All the psychics on here, let me know down below. The way people normalise this is honestly creepier than than Sylvia's prediction themselves? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
But like, if we're all truly connected, it should be possible. But 99.9% of the time when you see psychics claiming they can do all the things that Sylvia says she can do, is usually a person being a con artist.
You can order sunlight like Uber Eats. Wait, what do you mean sunlight? So let's say it's 4 a.m. and you're in the middle of a road and you want your area to be lit up by the sun. Okay. You can order on your app, and the satellites in the sky will angle mirrors and shine light directly where you're at.
Orbital has a new lighting service where you can like play with the spot. But awesome. Yeah, watch this. Just bring it over to us here. It's not crazy.
No way. They're working right now on this. Is that in China or US? No, it's a US company, I'm pretty sure. But it's going to be worldwide. I don't know how accessible it is to the public. Think about it though. There's a lot of ways you can use it for good. You can imagine, like, let's say there's a natural disaster and we need light to find the people. They'll be able to use sunlight to directly spot and give daylight to one place on Earth. Yes, but I feel like there's more malicious ways to use the benefit. Why just keep man awake? Like, fuck with his circadian rhythm. Yo, you could really troll a guy like that, though.
That literally sounds like something from out of a sci-fi movie. What type of dystopian future will we have with stuff like this? People profit off the sun?
Look out! Come on, hang on, I'm got it! Whoa!
To me, this definitely is an AI because it doesn't have the weird cadence speech of humans in the AI videos. Plus, it just looks too gritty. The best way I can describe it. Maybe somebody in a costume or something. I don't know. With AI coming out nowadays, it's hard to tell what's real, what's not real.
Hold the light right there. Sir, you okay? Stay with me. Oh my God. Back up. Move.
So they just came out and told us what the drones were. I'll be right back.
Shared with me in the Oval Office from President Trump directly an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons.
First things first, they were only in New Jersey. They were around the entire Earth. By the way, this video is just for entertainment. I'm just being stupid. I have no brain cells. So these behind me in Phoenix 2 days ago, those are drones? Or are those orbs of light? Plasma, if you will. You could say these were drones, but these things account for 1 out of 1,000. Almost like they were put up there for a reason. Maybe the same reason for SpaceX and kind of fitting into Project Stargate. If you've been watching me since last year, then you know what I think of SpaceX. These drones too? But these lights right here that have been seen over 100 times in the US alone, no, they're not spotlights. How about this right here? Is this drones or is this SpaceX? Or is it neither? It's neither. I don't think that these are drones right here. Really don't think so. Let me speed this one up so you can actually grasp it. Although I have about 1,000 different videos, let's end it with this. This is a drone too? Again, this is entertainment. I'm being stupid. They just told you.
Contacting the devil or
or trying to summon Satan himself is a line that I don't think anyone should cross, no matter who you are or what you're doing it for. And Sam and Colby did just that in front of millions and millions of people. If you don't know who these two are, they're some of the biggest YouTubers in the game. They go around the world trying to find the most haunted spots and trying to contact the spirits. And this time they contacted the devil, and they themselves even said that they crossed the line. Check this out.
I worry about this. I'm very worried about this. You're not supposed to mess with this dark magic like this. And even if you don't believe, it could come back to bite you in the ass. And so I really want you to think about it before you do it. Because like I said, like with my faith and me like believing in Jesus and stuff, like it makes me feel bad that my best friend would like put himself in a situation like this. So please be careful. But we've never crossed this line before. Just think about what you're doing.
So they do this really in-depth ritual, and Sam starts asking questions to Satan, and this woman is contacting the devil and replying on his behalf. And I think a lot of it is acting, I'm not gonna lie to you, but God is real and the devil is real, and I don't think this is something you should do, because if you keep knocking on the devil's door long enough, one day he might answer, and I don't think that's someone you want to reply from.
Is acting, they're doing stuff for clout and views, but the reality is, doesn't matter if you believe in it or don't believe in it, you are messing with things that you don't comprehend. I personally would never mess with nothing like that. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would want to do a ritual when you fully don't understand what you're doing. What if it's real and that devil comes knocking on your door? What would you do then? What if it possess you? I'm not messing with none of that stuff. You're crazy.
Where the is that coming from? So if everybody just saw that, something poked a hole in my kayak. Look at all that water that just got in here. Way back. That's why I started freaking out, bro. Holy.
So this video was recently uploaded by user Dots and Lines, whose account has since been removed. Now, very much like the Source saga, this particular video has really grabbed the internet's attention. Now, he also posted a following video. Check it out.
What is that in the water while the Coast Guard stopped me?
Cleo? I mean, this video, coupled with the siren sounds, really has so many of y'all on here believing this is Cleo, given everything we've gone through with Source. Accounts being taken down, Coast Guards getting involved, what have you. People really are on the edge of their kayaks over this. Now, until he becomes active on his account again, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. What do you think?
I think it could be real because I experienced it myself. You've been on this channel for more than a year. You heard the story before, but I'll just make it quick. When I was a teenager, I remember when I was in the backyard and I heard the sound. It sounded so beautiful. The most beautiful thing I ever heard, voice-wise. And it was like a perfect song. And I spent like 20 minutes trying to find where it was coming from. And thankfully, now what I know now, thankfully I didn't find out what it was.
Okay, so this video is going viral right now on Twitter of an airplane steward spraying something mysterious down the hall. Now, you may think this is someone like, what is this, a deodorizer or something? No. This is approved by the World Health Organization. And they don't always do it when people are on the plane able to see, but sometimes they'll spray before you get on or after you get off, so before the next person gets on, and wait until you hear what's in this stuff. Now, this is the video we saw last week of another steward. This is on a plane in Spain, actually. And this one's interesting because the guy recording actually ends up talking to the steward, asking her what the Sandam's going on, because he started coughing after and he got a headache. And they ended up telling him that they have to spray this per company policy and that it has been approved or mandated by the World Health Organization. She ends up telling him, they find out on the bottle for the first time, it seems that the stewards actually read what it is that they're spraying and not just blindly believe that it's completely safe and good, that it's an ingredient called permethrin. You can see here that airlines sometimes spray permethrin on planes, a process called disinsection, and that the World Health Organization and the International Civil Aviation Organization approve permethrin for this purpose. It's used as an insecticide. But the shocking thing is, is that it's kind of like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You're just going to spray everyone's air with this friggin' thing. You're going to inhale an insecticide. Is that the best way to stop insects from spreading? I don't know. Have you ever seen them spray this stuff on a plane that you've been on?
Never seen them spray something like that, but let me say something about that. I'm pretty sure when you're on a plane, I guess some type of air pressure might come out, but wouldn't that like just linger in the air, would never air out, as we say? So you just inhaling it the whole time? I don't think you're supposed to be inhaling that. I would imagine most sprays aren't even like used for airborne stuff. Like if you look at your Lysol and things like that, it says it's only effective when it actually lands on a surface. So I'm not really sure why they just spraying it like that, but a spray like that would definitely give me a headache. I'm so sensitive to stuff, unfortunately.
If you are interested in that doll, please let me know, because I don't want to keep her, but I'd like her to go to a good home. I mean, if there's somebody out there that's interested, I don't... Did that
Oh my god, that
thing just move?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'd like her to go to a good home. I mean, if there's somebody out there that's interested, I don't...
His face just moved towards you.
Oh my god, Heather.
Like that legitly just moved.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Clay, did you see that
at first? When you said you're not taking her with you, what the is that?
I don't know, I just heard that.
I heard a girl's voice.
Are you serious? That wasn't one of you?
No!
Oh my god.
O que você quer, cara? Fala alguma coisa. Olha lá, gente. O que você quer, cara?
That literally fell from up there.
Poltergeists are definitely real. If you've been on the channel before, I explained the story when a cup got thrown at me, but I never told about in that exact same apartment. One time I was asleep, and windows that are like this in apartments, it caved in like this. I've never seen that a day in my life, and I've never seen after that. It scared the crap out of me. Imagine waking up and your window caved in, and you literally can just, somebody outside looking at you, looking at them because you're on the first floor.
I feel like the Kia commercial has been happening, and I know I can't be the only one who's caught this.
I think we went too high.
Kia, movement that inspires. Okay, I know I can't be the only one. Not only do I notice that the sky is much, much lower, but I feel that there's like a layer of dark clouds all the time. And when there's like holes in the dark clouds, I can see fake, like almost painted on looking clouds above them. The last time I traveled was like 2 months ago, and I was flying internationally. We flew so much lower. Like, we were definitely below the clouds the entire time we were flying over the US. But as soon as we got over the water, the plane went up like so much further. I've been talking about this Golden Dome. I don't know the specifics, but there is something weird, you guys.
Have y'all ever seen weather like this in Arizona? In the desert, y'all? Cause first of all, what is this even called? They're trying to call this a microburst, y'all, but I've been living in Florida my whole life, and I know a hurricane when I see one. This is like a category 2 hurricane or something like that, y'all. Look at this right here is not normal because even in the hurricanes in Florida, you can see through the rain and wind. I guess the energy in the desert just hits different because winds were hitting about 100 miles an hour, y'all. And about 10,000 people lost power in their homes. And from the outside looking in, you would think this didn't do much damage, but a lot of people were forced out of their homes.
So what the fuck just happened in Arizona? What the fuck?
Ooh, look at that truck. Oh my gosh, look at the buildings. They really took a beating out there in Tempe, Arizona. Look at the trees just falling on top of the cars, the buildings, the homes. And I'm sure there is a lot of cleanup to be done, y'all. Oh my goodness. I feel like we're in a movie.
Monday, this apartment complex near Southern and Mill getting hammered. Trees falling on several of the apartment buildings. Folks trapped inside until Tempe Fire and Medical could help them get out. See some folks climbing down ladders, others waiting on their pets who were trapped inside. Thankfully, Tempe Fire and Medical says there were no injuries here, but several dozen folks will be displaced. The American Red Cross now assisting them, trying to get a shelter open and finding them places to stay. They say there are about 50 units affected, and it could be as many.
Are you guys seeing this wind? Look at the structure to this wind. Y'all see that? Something is definitely shifting out there, you guys. And if you guys like the content, like, follow, and share for more videos like this, y'all. I keep telling y'all, the shift is here. Y'all see it, y'all feel it. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I've been saying it all this year. Somebody is manipulating the weather. Do I believe in climate change? Sure. But somebody is still manipulating the weather and blaming it on that. That's what I think. I don't know why you would want to manipulate somewhere in the desert, but I've heard billionaires talk about how they wanted to take over that area, Arizona, the desert area, the desert states, and they wanted to make a super smart city. This is before I even made this channel, before I knew about what a smart city was. I recall a billionaire trying to take, in the United States, there's something called, I believe it's called the Four Corners. And it's called that because each part of the state, when they all connect, is corners, obviously. Is Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I drove through it before, and there's nothing there. And I always thought, like, how come nobody didn't do anything with this? And that's when that billionaire said he was trying to take over the desert to make it so billionaires or rich people could live there. I wish I knew where I saw that, but this was a very long time ago. Think like a decade ago.
So they have another update about 3 Eye Atlas. And the shit I'm about to tell you is about to scare a lot of people. I'm about to say a lot of things without saying a lot of things because you know how TikTok platform is, but I'ma just need you to listen. So apparently during a recent interview on Cosmic Disclosure, a remote viewer named Sebastian Martin gave his insight on what he saw when he was assigned to view 3 Eye Atlas. Now we all know what a remote viewer is. If you don't, I need you to look it up. But listen to this shit. Now remote viewing isn't new at all. It's documented in CIA research. But the shit he saw when he remote viewed was crazy. He said he saw an entire field of beings, millions of beings, preserved in a glass-like tube, floating in suspended animation. And here's where it starts sounding like one of those sci-fi movies. Martin said they wasn't just beings that were there. They were Draco reptilians. And if you've been down any rabbit hole, you know what Draco reptilians are. And check what else he said. He said CERN's Large Hadron Collider isn't just about smashing particles. He's saying that CERN might be using that to open up portals, like we said before. Now this is where this shit takes a turn. During one of his sessions, he says that they had contact with these beings, these Draco reptilians, and their mission is to come back here for the starseeds. Y'all ain't just hear what I just said, right? The starseeds. Y'all do know who they say the starseeds are, right? This shit is about to get real scary. Now, everybody has been saying that 3 Eye Atlas will be here roughly around November. But he's saying that 3 Eye Atlas will be here around December December 19th to be exact. And they're coming here in something very, very big. Bigger than we've probably ever seen in our whole entire life. But get this, he said it won't enter Earth. He said that what it'll do, it'll stop before it gets here, and it will let out small probes. And those small probes will be filled with millions of Draco reptilians. Now, whether you believe this shit or not, whether this shit is real or not, this shit seems like it can be true. Think about all the shit that's been happening. Think about all the shit they've been saying. They just said that humans aligned with alien DNA. Small traces of alien DNA. I just did a video about it. And like I always say, whatever they're speaking about now, they already knew about before. Do y'all think this shit is just a distraction? Or do you think this shit has a lot of validity? I need y'all to drop them aliens in the chat. This shit is crazy. I'm out.
That guy literally wasn't lying when he's saying he about to say a bunch of stuff, which is a bunch of nothing. We don't know what's going to go on with that 3 Atlas or anything else, but hear me out for something that I just thought of something crazy when he was talking, because he was just yapping forever. What if the elites, high up politicians, and whoever else run this planet, what if, and it's going to sound crazy, what if they know they can't beat these aliens, so they made a deal that, oh, let's say some of the stuff he says is true, the reptilians or whatever are going to come here to take over this planet, to make us whatever, to use us in whatever way, to just take over the planet. And the elites, since they did that, they get to leave scot-free, and maybe that's the reason why they be looking at space so much and Mars and all that stuff. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? I doubt that would happen, but that'd be very scary if it was to happen. That's all I was thinking when this guy was just talking. I don't see something like that happening, but it would be pretty crazy if it did. Hopefully it never happens, obviously.
This has got to be the creepiest missing person case. And it's the tragic case of the paranormal paranoids. That's the name given to this friend group that created a YouTube channel vlogging themselves going into haunted places. This is one of their archival videos from one of their explorations. Sadly, after investigating a creepy haunted town, the 4 of them went missing. 3 of the friends were found deceased except for Riley Brennan. What happened to Riley Brennan? Why did she survive? There's a whole website dedicated to people talking about their theories and evidence. They uploaded a lot of their old vlogs that I've been sifting through. This is the last footage ever captured of Riley. Check it out.
I'm not safe here. I feel like I'm being watched.
So Sam Altman, the CEO of ChatGPT, has come out stating that ChatGPT will be able to engage in erotic interactions by this December. And I'm gonna be honest, that sounds completely evil to me. Keep in mind that it was announced earlier this year that some companies were working on AI robotic girlfriends that someone could purchase for $175,000. It seems to me that they're trying to deeply embed AI into humans' natural structure by taking advantage of the fact that our generation isn't that well at social or romantic interactions amongst other humans. And what makes all this even stranger is that there are rumors that China is working on, or may have even successfully completed, a robot that can get pregnant and give birth to human babies. Now, maybe technology like this is starting to gain interest because nations worldwide are concerned about the fertility rate of the world. If you don't know, the fertility rate has been going down rapidly for the last decade. But I think there's something even darker going on. If you haven't heard, there's a theory going around that AI isn't just intelligent computer programming, but instead actual disembodied spirits or possibly demons using technology to interact with human beings. And there's some strange evidence to back that up.
The weather, climate all over the world is pretty intense right now, from Alaska to the severe deadly floodings that they are enduring, to Mexico with their floodings and earthquakes. Now we're heading over to the Philippines. The following footage comes from a couple of witnesses in Venezuela City. They recorded what appears to be seismic activity underneath their lake, and it's bubbling up as if something is going to erupt. Now, we do know they are dealing with a potential eruption of one of the volcanoes. It's spewing ash and their country on alert. But the question we need to ask, what is causing the major shift in our climate that it's affecting everybody? And what can we do about it? Take a look at this, comment below, tell me what you think.
Yun! Lakas! Ay, tara na ba? Lumayo ka na dyan. Lumayo ka na dyan. Ano kaya yan, no? Lo? Lo, tignan mo. Grabe. Ano nangyari? Ayan, no? Ay, malapit, oh. Ano yan? Ano yan? Grabe. Ano? Parang... Bukal? Ipo ba? Ipo ba sa tubig? Oo. Ayan,